Hey, good morning. It's Friday. Fridays are awesome. Couple quick reminders before I give you your journal question. Uno, don't forget to finish your vocab for Tuesday. And you need to define and draw a sweet picture. Remember, make sure your picture explains or shows the meaning or what that person did, not just a stick figure. Thanks. Also, we're going to be starting a research project today, which I'm going to make another video just down below or above or somewhere that will also detail that. And it's going to be looking at inventors/inventions of the late 1800s. Nice. Now let's go over our journal question, which is Iran and Russia. Nice job, by the way, yesterday with making them flip grids. They were actually pretty entertaining to see people make filters and stuff. But here is your answer. Pause here if you need to get your journal out. If you need to go get your journal, ask the sub. Pause it, though, so that you don't have to replay it. All right, journal question, here it is. Make sure you write this in your journal, not on a piece of paper, not in your 3-subject notebook, not in your agenda, and not on a Google Doc, because if you don't have it in your journal, you're not going to have a good time. Here we go. Both Iran and Russia have been trying to interfere in the U.S. presidential election. Both countries have hacked to obtain voter registration information, or info. Also, hackers from Iran in particular have been responsible for spreading fake information to create confusion and mistrust in our democracy. So, what's happening here? One cool thing is a modern battlefield we are actually seeing right here and right now is the virtual battlefield. And I don't mean like people are playing video games and fighting for US and Russia, no. But instead, hackers exist for like China, North Korea, South Korea, all over the world. Every country has a department that focuses on defense and attacking with hackers. So, side note, interesting. But what we're seeing here is kind of two sides. We have Russia and Iran. Both are trying to hurt us in a certain way, specifically trying to make our democracy look like it's not legitimate. So you've heard the president speak on if he loses, he's going to question whether he actually lost or whether it was faked or cheated, right? So Iran and Russia have two different parts. Russia, they haven't really done anything yet, but some experts are thinking the Russians are kind of hacking and setting things up to basically, if Trump were to lose his election, the Russians are going to make it look like there was corruption and that Biden cheated and that there's like all these things that were thrown away. They think the Russians are intentionally trying to make it look like that if Trump were to lose. We haven't had an election yet, so they haven't done anything yet. Secondly, on the complete opposite side, but also hurting us, is Iran, who they have been hacking some like local governments. So when they were getting voter registration, they're hacking into like smaller local governments. So let's say the city of Melville, they would hack into the local government building there, which probably doesn't have top-notch security for hacking, and take voter registration. Meaning they find out who is registered as Republican and who's registered as Democrats. And what the Iranians are doing is specifically targeting Democrats to try and intimidate them and scare them by sending faked emails from the Proud Boys, which is not sent from the Proud Boys, basically saying if they don't vote for Trump, then they will be hurt or they better watch out, etc., etc. So they're basically trying to make Trump look bad. Iran does not like President Trump, so it's in their best interest that he does not get elected. So this is scary, but it's also something to be aware of, because right now when you go on social media later today, if you're on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, if you see an article, or generally it's not an article, it's just someone posting an opinion, and it seems really stereotypical of liberals or conservatives, typically those are Russian or Iranian like bots or hackers, people who intentionally are spreading fake news. And it goes both ways. It's not just liberals, it's also conservative. There's, in general, fake information is being shoved in all of our faces to try and keep us divided. Keep that as food for your thought. All right, that's all I got for you on the journal question. I'm going to attach CNN 10 below this here so that you could watch that if you have some downtime while you're waiting to get your topic. Don't forget, watch the video below. I'm going to go over our research project and kind of give you some details on that. Have a great weekend. I will speak at you next week. We'll be starting and diving further into research. So have a great weekend, and I'll catch you actually, I guess, in a minute when you listen to the other video. Ciao.